All right, we are finally coming to a close. This is the final week of my journey where I hiked 250 miles to give Foundation Disc Golf a Get Freaky zone, all for charity. So be sure to donate in the description down below. All proceeds go to the MS Society. I truly am not doing this for money. This is just for pure charity. So for today's video, there's a ton of nature. I finally make a hiker friend, and I had the longest day of my entire hike. Let's check out how it all happened. This is definitely not the most glamorous setup, but I currently have like one bar of service, and I'm waiting for my dad to come hike with me today. So with that one bar, I'm able to do some thumbnails, and I already had the videos uploaded, so now I just have to make sure everything is working on them, get the description, and try to tidy it up because there's a lot that goes into making a video. It probably looks pretty simple and basic, and for me it still kind of is, but I have to spend probably an hour or two just on stuff that isn't the video, which is fun and also frustrating. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning and it's probably like 45 degrees outside. All right, so I have a real quandary right now. I really gotta poop, but I do not want to do it in the woods right now. So I'm not totally sure what I'm gonna do because I don't really just want to hold out until like tomorrow, but man, it's just not fun. It's not fun to poop in the woods. It's like, it was a little weird at first, and now it's just like a chore, and I really don't want to do it. I just want to stay here where it's warm. The struggle. All right, got some good old sludge. Again, probably doesn't look very good, but I'm hungry, so that's what I'm eating. All right, finish the sludge. Would recommend, honestly. Probably the coolest lake I've seen this whole hike, and it's coming on the tail end, but yeah, it's awesome.
It might be a big thing here.
All right, so update. My dad did not want to sleep in the car, and I didn't want to sleep in the car. So after hiking about 9 miles, we're going to sleep at the nearest hotel and wake up nice and early tomorrow, start the hike. I think he's gonna maybe stay for 5-7 miles. He's gonna hike back, then he's gonna start the trek back home, which is a long drive. And I'm just going to try to knock out probably 14 miles, maybe 16 tomorrow, and do that again 2 more times, and I will be at my 250 mile goal and close enough where I should be able to find an Uber to Lynchburg. Very excited. I can't believe this journey is already coming to a close because it felt like it was going to be a long one, but it really hasn't been too long, and it's been pretty fun. I mean, it's been a slog at points, but when it's coming closer to a close, it actually felt pretty fast. All right, so I got the uphill portion of my day done. Got a hike with my dad, get some quality time together. Really dope we were able to make that workout, and now I'm on the home stretch. We were a little late in the day, so I got to really buck it to get to my shelter in order to reach my goal of being done with the hike. This area, this section, and this day are just really, really good. I think now that I'm done with the hard part, going on this pretty flat terrain will be much, much easier. I think I'm currently sitting at like 210 miles. Really not much more left. And it's felt like a lot day to day, but then as the days go by, you're like, wow, actually felt like it flew by. Wow, this trail just never stops being dope. All right, for some reason I'm just really tired today. I'm like feeling like I take a nap. I'm really exhausted, even though I got great sleep. And honestly, had a great breakfast. Haven't done a ton of miles yet, but I think it's just the wear and tear of everyday hiking. It really gets to you. I'm cruising, so I'm hoping I can get some good miles in over the next like 3 hours, but really all I want to do is just lay down. But we got to keep on going. All right, got about 5 miles left. Still feeling really tired, but the views on this trail are just totally unique. Because it's like high elevation, but there's a ton of wildlife and stuff going on. But there's still like hardly anybody around here. So it's just really cool and unique. At least where I'm from, none of this would really exist. Especially no elevation, that's for sure. All right, back to the sunlight. If only for a little bit. I have a feeling we're going back to no sun. Getting there. But oh boy, it's tough. Every day is never easy. Seriously, everything hurts. I feel like my body is just telling me, you're not meant to do this. But I keep persevering because it's kind of the only option. But we're getting there. Home stretch. All right, you can finally tell all the leaves are starting to drop. It's looking very picturesque. But can't really focus on that right now. It's actually kind of a bummer that they fell because now the trail is not clear at all. All right. Made it to the campground. So tired, and I still have 2 very long days ahead of me. Gonna get to Lynchburg by Thursday night. It's gonna work out great, but tonight I have to make sure I get lots of sleep and get lots of rest because tomorrow will be probably my longest day besides like a 22 miler that I did definitely not intend to do, but here I kind of have to, I think. But it's all good. Home stretch, home stretch. All right, packing up camp. It's currently just total darkness, so I have my headlamp. It's like the last day. I'm trying to get a lot of mileage today, so I'm waking up early. I don't know, it's probably like 45 degrees outside. Extremely cold. The only objective today is just get some good miles, go slow, and get going. I'm trying to probably do one of my longest days ever, but I'm thinking if I wake up early, it won't be nearly as bad. But it definitely will be a painful day, that's for sure. Second to last day. Foundation, here we come. Let's get it. All right, back on trail. It's a very weird environment to be walking during sunrise. You can just tell it's like a totally empty abyss, sort of. Like there's birds chirping, but there's also like mostly nothing going on. So it's much more quiet and honestly pretty peaceful. But really no hikers, no noises that aren't birds, and it's just a very unique place, especially since I'm like probably 40 minutes from any town. So it is a long ways away from civilization, but it's also really dope. All right, got like a liter in that bottle, a liter in this bottle. I'm ready to go, but I still have like 17 miles on the day, so it's gonna be a long one. This might be one of my favorite views of this whole hike. You have the insanely cool mountains over there. Just got like a pretty, like, honestly heavenly viewpoint. Sounds cringe, but it's just so cool. It feels like you're at like a summit of a mountain, which I guess kind of are. You can see in the distance. So alright, this is the first time I saw red bands on the trees. I assume it's because these trees fell down super hard. I'm about 17 miles in, 5 to go. Body's not giving up so far. And I'm definitely tired, but second to last day. Tomorrow I'm just gonna take it easy. And I'm still like 5 miles from the campground, but still cruising. It's only about 2 o'clock. So I still have like 4.5 hours of sunlight. All right, last bit of hiking besides tomorrow, which is only going to be a 12-mile day. Excited to be back home with my wife. Excited to meet Foundation. Frankly excited to not be hiking anymore, but it was a good journey. Met so many cool people. Haven't mentioned it yet, but last night I befriended somebody. I want to make sure it's not literally behind me. Marty from Maine. He was a really cool 50-ish, 60-year-old, and probably the most communication I've had with anybody since like day 2. So it was good to talk to a hiker that clearly is just loving being out here. And he actually got up at 6 to go on like a 22-mile day as like a 65-year-old. Pretty impressive stuff. But for now, I'm like 21 miles in. Very, very tired. I don't know how you can do 25s consistently, but I'm on the home stretch for today, and I will be in Lynchburg tomorrow. I won't probably have a chance to get a meetup with the crew, but I will get some quality time in a hotel and just rest. And yeah, really looking forward to it. I was just having a little brain blast, and I was like, you know what? I feel like I've totally seen this image before. I'm in the woods and I see a whiteness in like a rectangular shape. It is totally Slenderman. If you guys have ever played Slenderman, it's where you collect like 8 pages in the woods. It was totally inspired by the AT's little rectangle. I'm almost sure of it. I don't know how I've gone 2 weeks without making that realization, but I just figured that out. All right, made it out of one abyss, going into the other. Oh boy. I think my phone's gonna say like 25, 26. I still have half a mile to go. But I can see the end in sight. I'm sure I look like a hobo too. But do what you gotta do. All right, made it to the last shelter. Gotta say, I don't know if I've ever been this tired. I mean, run a marathon maybe, but it's a totally different type of feeling. Your whole body is just in agony, but you gotta keep on going. It's odd. But I managed to crank out like 25, 26 miles. Whew. All right. This campground is pretty nice. Just unbelievably tired. My phone actually clocked me at 24.5. So I was up a little bit less than what I thought, but still, That is a full day. Longest hike I've had of the trip. So it'll be pretty simple tomorrow. Just nice and easy. And then we make it to Lynchburg. And the next day I'll be going home. All right, so I've been leveling up my whole cooking game. So I have some tuna that I'm gonna add. The main base of pre-dried stuff, still about the same. But I am adding Old Bay basically to every single dish. And then I have some instant potatoes I put in a bag. That way I can still reuse them. When you put this all together, it is a good amount of calories and hopefully pretty flavorful. Also have a humongous chunker of a tank, but it was the only one that they had at Walmart, so it's what I have. All right, in case you want to know what chicken Alfredo, tuna, instant potatoes, and some Old Bay looks like, that's it. All right, last night in a tent. Gotta say, I do not think I'll be missing it much. It is so much work and it's cold. And I have no pillow because my pillow got deflated in like the first week. So every time I try to inflate it, it just completely goes flat. But I figured out my sleeping pad, sleeping bag, got that all working out. So I'm not actually freezing at night, but it is getting like 30, probably 38 degrees. There's a little bug right there. And it's definitely a slog at times, but last night, feeling good. Well, feeling terribly sore, but good enough to keep going tomorrow for 12.